Hi, Mr. Azlan, the landlord here for Vegivore Food Therapy. Today I'm going to make a papaya lifeboat. So in my papaya lifeboat, I have here one solo papaya, and I'm going to split it into two, cut it longitudinally, belah, take out the seeds and fill the cavity with my sorbet. So I made the sorbet not in my juicer, but in my blender, because my juicer, the CS600, doesn't have a sorbet maker. Okay, so what I did was I put 4 strawberries, half a punnet of blueberries, 1 lemon, and the juice of 1 lime. It was a bit difficult to cut the lemon and take out the seeds, so I just squeezed the lime juice into it, and then I vacuum blended it until it becomes a slush. And that's what you want. You want a sour slush. And initially it was a bit too dry, not enough liquid, because everything was frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries, 4 frozen black sapphire grapes, and 4 purple grapes. So I put a dash of strawberry and grapefruit vinegar, Korean strawberry and fruit vinegar, and that allowed it to become a slush. Otherwise, all the solid bits just hit the sides of the blender jug, and the blender jar doesn't blend it. Okay, it doesn't touch the blender blades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off the video now and cut the papaya and continue in a bit. Okay, I've put the sorbet in the papaya hollow. I've got lots more sorbet there, but I have another half of papaya to go. So I'll either have it immediately after eating this one, or save it for later. Okay, so that's my papaya lifeboat recipe, which I'm sharing with you today. If you make it, please enjoy. Okay, habis licin. So I'm still hungry, so I'm gonna make with the other half of the papaya and enjoy that too. So I just got the papaya skin left, and I'm gonna compost it. In fact, the easiest way to compost vegetable waste is to put it in a thong like this. This is actually a Tupperware. Make sure you can seal it, and then put some sugar, and then if you have ragi, you can put some ragi, but otherwise sugar is fine, and in a few weeks it becomes nice compost. Oh, it smells lovely. It smells kind of alcoholic. Bit heady. This is my second papaya lifeboat with the sorbet in the middle, and the sorbet wasn't as sour as I had expected. I think I put too many grapes, because the grapes are not sour, they're sweet, so they diluted the sourness despite the strawberry and pomegranate vinegar. Just put a dash of that. I had put 4 black sapphire grapes, and 2 purple grapes, so maybe I should cut down on that. So the other things I had were 4 frozen strawberries and half a punnet of blueberries, both of which are kind of sour, but it did have lime, which were not frozen, and 1 lemon, which was not frozen, blended in. Maybe I should, I did squeeze the lime, but not the lemon. I put the whole lemon with the flesh in there. So maybe I should just try another way to get it more slushy and more sour, actually, because it's really nicer when it's more sour. Anyway, I've got more of the slush here. So what I'll do is I'll add some orange in it and turn it into a smoothie. Okay, rather than waste it, because this is the last of the papaya. I only bought 1 papaya, mostly for the seeds, because my hobby is growing plants. So all the seeds are there, and I'll plant them in poly bags, or do some guerrilla gardening, plant them around the neighborhood. Okay, I'm adding this navel orange to my slush to make a smoothie. And I've also added one fresh amla fruit. So this is the seed. I'm going to plant it later. I've cut out all the flesh and put it in there. You can see the white bits. Okay, so how I cut my navel oranges, I cut off the apex and the distal end so that they are flat, and then I score the thing with my chef's knife at 45 degrees, and then it's very easy to peel off. Okay, so then I compost the orange skin together with the papaya skin with some sugar in there, and after 2 months it becomes very nice compost. If you put ragi, which is the same species of yeast as brewer's yeast, then it takes 3 weeks rather than 2 months. Okay, so I'm gonna do this now and make a nice smoothie. I'll probably add about 300 ml of water and maybe a splash of blueberry vinegar to give it some more blueberry taste. See how it goes. Okay, I've made the smoothie. I made actually 800 ml. I drank 400, and this is a 400 ml glass, so this is the remainder. So as you can see, it's very dark because of the black sapphire grapes, 4 of them, and 2 purple grapes. And then I added another half a punnet of blueberries and 1 navel orange. In fact, I only buy navel orange and not Valencia, because navel orange are seedless and they're much easier to peel. So they're ideal for juicing and blending. Whereas with the Valencia, with my dull vision, it's difficult to take out the seeds. And also, I like the taste of navel oranges. They're much sweeter than Valencia oranges. And these happen to be South African. I also buy the one from China, but I've stopped buying the ones from the US. The oranges grown in US are either grown in California or Florida. In any case, because of tariffs, I'm boycotting the US. And also Australian fruit, if I can help it, because the Australians are running dogs, lackeys of the Americans, especially Trump, who's a bit of a, well, put it bluntly, madman. In fact, Jeffrey Sachs says he has the IQ of a 4-year-old and throw tantrums just like a 4-year-old, which is not far from the truth. So anyway, a lot of people have concerns because the other day I was buying the black grapes, and I asked someone whether they were black or purple. Because of my low vision, I can't quite tell. And she said, oh, because they were at Hero and they were like 7 ringgit a punnet, and that wasn't before it was marked down. That's the usual price. And she said, but they're from China, as if the ones in China have food safety issues. You know, there are a lot of people who think that foods from China have extra pesticides, whatever. But the food safety laws in China won't allow them to be exported if they don't meet international standards, and the Malaysian CIQA authorities will not allow them to be imported if they don't meet international food safety standards. So don't worry about stuff from South Africa or China, because, you know, I support BRICS, you know. Brazil unfortunately don't export fruit to Malaysia. I know Peru and Ecuador does, because I get Peruvian pomegranates, which are lovely, and so are Indian pomegranates and Pakistani pomegranates, and Turkish ones are nice too. So anyway, I love pomegranates. In fact, I've got a quarter of a pomegranate in the fridge. I should have put it in this smoothie, but I clean forgot. So I'm gonna keep this in the fridge now and have it a little later. Okay. Hi, it's me again. I want to give you some tips for cleaning the blender jug. Number 1, clean it immediately after use. So this one, I've cleaned the lid. I've just run hot water over it. No need to use soap. In fact, if you use soap, it will probably have some soap taste lingering. So I've got hot water in here. This is like hot water tap. I have a storage heater and then I have the switch right up here. So I switch it on and then, okay, so once it's, you know, filled with hot water, you can switch it off. I put one round and then another round, and then I'll use the sponge and use the soft end of the sponge. Most sponges now have a scouring pad on one side and the soft side, so use the soft side because the sides of this plastic jug are easily abraded. In fact, I bought this new couple of months ago and the no more crystal clear like when I first bought it, despite my using the soft side, because they're quite soft plastic.
An invitation, International Day of Persons with Disabilities, Wednesday, 3rd December 2025, 1200 to 14:30 hours. Venue MAB Canteen, Malaysian Association for the Blind, MAB Complex. Address Jalan Tebing, off Jalan Tun Sambanthan, 4 Brickfields, 50470 Kuala Lumpur. To commemorate the International Day of Persons with Disabilities this year, I am hosting an informal roundtable luncheon to discuss universal design. Panelists will include my friends with various disabilities, including vision impairment, physical disability, and hearing impairment, as well as my architect and lawyer friends. This informal discussion on universal design will be of interest to architects, town planners, civil engineers, quantity surveyors, advocates for accessibility and inclusivity, persons with disabilities, PWD, as well as caregivers and students of architecture and design. For a totally immersive experience, all sighted persons will be blindfolded throughout the event. Lunch will consist of a whole food, plant-based WFPB menu curated by me. This event is also open to members of the public. Attendance is by donation for able-bodied and sighted persons. Hopefully, your contribution will cover the cost of your lunch, as well as that of a PWD. Seating is limited, and at the moment there are 15 places left. To confirm your attendance, please make your voluntary contribution by scanning the QR code. If you're unable to attend but wish to support this event, feel free to make a small donation, not more than 5% of your monthly income. Any excess funds will go towards ongoing treatments to restore my vision. We will have a fruitful and meaningful discussion that will raise awareness of the need for universal design for PWD. Universal design. For background information on universal design, I have made several videos. Links are in the video description below. Aslan Adnan MA, VIP founder, Green Party of Malaysia.
International Day of Persons with Disabilities, Wednesday, 3rd of December 2025. Every year, 3rd of December is officially recognized by the United Nations as the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. It has been observed globally since its proclamation in 1992 under UN General Assembly Resolution 4730. The day promotes understanding of disability issues, supports the dignity, rights, and well-being of persons with disabilities, and raises awareness of the importance of inclusion in all spheres of life: political, social, economic, and cultural.
forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to show your support.